Good morning and welcome aboard. Welcome to Trade Along Live with Saul. Come in, join us at tradealonglive.com, tradealonglive.com. Everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing is to be taken as direct trading or investment advice. This is a high demand opportunity. We're almost out of room. It's interesting because we get a lot of individuals coming in here that are really looking to focus on developing, honing their morning session so that they can do and bank money on a daily basis trading the S&P 500 E-mini. Saul is a CME Group floor member. He's actively scalping the S&P 500 E-mini for his own trading account. Saul has set up this opportunity as a trade-along partner to you, and he gives out and provides a roadmap for this morning session and tomorrow morning session and Monday session. He gives out a series of levels that he believes are going to be consequential for this morning's session, particularly for himself. He sets these levels for his own trading based on his price action trading strategy. He sets a pivot, price, and other levels on top and bottom of that pivot. Then he gives them out to you as a roadmap and a discipline for this morning's session. And in this trade-along environment, the opportunities that present itself by doing trades, the entries, exits, and stops, Saul giving you his proprietary scalping levels. We're getting a nice group of traders that come in here on a daily basis looking to trade along with Saul because of his abilities and talent. They love the fact that he provides a discipline for the morning session, and you'll be able to receive that discipline this morning. You'll also be able to witness whether it's any good or not. In other words, as the market opens up here in a couple minutes, Saul is in the background right now setting his levels for this morning session, very tight up against the cash open at 9:30. Right now it's 9:26. And then he's going to give you his roadmap. He's going to give you a roadmap. He's going to give you levels and zones that he believes the market is going to make change at, and he can capitalize on that change based on his price action entries, exits, and stops. And we do it every day. And we get a great turnout, and we appreciate you being here. People come and go. It just depends on what they're doing. We have new people coming in all the time. We've got current individuals lasting years when it comes to Saul's trade-along opportunity. This is a unique situation, so treat it as such. If you are new to trading and you really want to focus on doing one thing and doing it well, in this case, it's the S&P 500 E-mini. If you need trading software, let us know. If you need additional trader trading education, let us know. It's really up to you based on what your needs are in this current situation. So take a moment to review the sign up that I'm going to send to you. If you haven't signed up, it's nominal. The idea is that you should learn enough every day here or be part of it on a daily basis that you have paid for your monthly rate to be in here. Usually it's $3.99 a month. Now it's on for $150. And we appreciate those that are signed up. We appreciate those that are coming in and kicking the tires.
right, good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me all right? Let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 44.94. 44.94. Resistance on the upside at 45.04. 15, 26, 37. Support below at 85, 76, 68, and 59. Pivot 94, support 85, 76, 68, 59. Resistance on the upside at 04, 15, 26, and 37. All right. Market here continues to rally, kind of shrugging off interest rate concerns. As you can see, the bond yields there back down to a 140 handle. And they had a little bit of a recovery yesterday and then continued to downtick here this morning. So, but the bond equities are kind of happy with the earnings reports that have been coming out and kind of bucking the concerns about interest rates and the possible effect it's going to have on the economy regarding obviously the inflation or stagflation or anything like that could occur. So we'll see what happens here. Well, welcome some of the new folks that are here. We're trading mini S&Ps. We're looking for opportunities to scalp the market based on the levels we gave out, in addition to price action opportunities that occur once the market paints some dot bars. The combination of both those gives us opportunities to scalp the market and find levels where we believe we can scalp the market. Right now, it looks like for about two or 3 points on our trades. That's what we have as our goals on some of our trades when we get in. Doesn't mean that you only have to take 2 or 3 points. Obviously, there's going to be opportunities where you can take more, but make sure you keep your stops in place so that you can take advantage of those opportunities where you can take more. All right. All right, we see here market is upticking here a little bit. If anybody has any questions, again, if you look at the chat, you'll see the levels that we gave out in written form. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. I have that window up, and I'll be able to answer any questions you have there. If you have, let's see what as the market upticks here a little bit. Again, resistance around the 04 area. The beige book yesterday came out. U.S. economic activities has expanded at a moderate rate since mid-February amid the strong inflationary pressures, according to the Fed's beige book. Strong demand, but limited supply. Manufacturing activity was solid for most Fed districts, though supply chain disruptions and the tight labor market and the higher input costs continue to put pressure on firms' ability to meet demand as the market continues to rally up here. Good morning, silver. We are coming up here to our 04 area. Again, if you are trading with us, we're scalping the market, looking for opportunities to scalp around areas that we feel are important. If you look at the chat, you'll see those areas that we're looking for. Coming up here to the 04 area is our first level of resistance that we have. Again, whatever the situation is, you're always going to put your stops in place. Not surprising, we'll get above the 45 handle, and it's pushing up here a little bit. And make sure you keep your stops in place, whatever they may be. If they're 2 points, 3 points, whatever it is, you just keep your stops in place. If you have a finger stop, a mechanical stop, whatever it is, just make sure you're, and then always look for the next opportunity. Again, you have choices here if you don't like the price action around a certain area, and you still have some on. You have choices as to how you can manage that risk involved, and how you enter your trades are dependent on what your risk tolerance is. And everybody here has different risk tolerances. That should be pointed out. Nobody here trades the same way. As the market here continues to stay a little bit strong, again, you can manage your trades right now, and that's what the market's giving you a chance to do. If you get out for a little loss when it rotated back down, or if you scratch some, or you lighten the load, everybody trades a little bit differently. All right, and if you got stopped out, we'll look at the next level above at 15. Right now, support would be back at the 94, 95 area. The Beige Book continues and says that as real inflation-adjusted disposable income growth contracts to record lows, some Fed contacts noted early signs that the strong pace of wage growth has begun to slow. Consumer spending accelerated among retail and non-financial firms as businesses passed on higher input costs for prices. Inflationary pressures remained strong since the last report, with firms continuing to pass swiftly rising input costs through their customers. We like to go for about 2 hours in the morning. We feel that the dynamics in the trade in the morning suit our ability to scalp a little bit better than the afternoon trade. The afternoon trade gets very, very slow, and the volume and volatility is kind of sucked out of the market there a little bit in the afternoon. So we focus more on the morning hours to give us our opportunities to trade. And we're on an average basis, we're looking for about 4 or 5 trades during the course of the morning. That gives a good chance for us to look for trades, and that's on average. I mean, we had the other day we were at 7 or 8 or 9 even, again, but on average it's about 4 or 5 trades a day. And we also go for the first couple hours. Like I said, the dynamics of the market do change as the day goes on. The room is open the whole time, so you can see the charts. And if something's going on, maybe I'll jump in here in the afternoon and make adjustments to the levels, or give you more levels, or whatever it may be. But usually the afternoon is very, very quiet. All right, let's see if there's any numbers coming out this morning that could affect us. We had jobless claims already came out now. At 9 o'clock, we have leading indicators that's coming out. Could affect us a little bit. The market popped up here, got up to 7 and change up there, and then 8, got all the way up to 8, and then coming back down here. Of course, that always does happen, right? It always seems that the market does tease you a little bit like that, but that's all right. You have to have some discipline to hang in there with it and make sure you keep your stops in place. And now it's coming back down, a little support around 94, 95 area. So initial claims coming out, leading indicators coming out, and then Powell's giving a speech at 10 o'clock. So that should be fun. So be careful around 10 o'clock. If we're still trading, then again, we don't like it when Powell's talking, and any Fed governor, but we can deal with the Fed governors because they're always there. They were, the last of them were talking yesterday. And then Bullard is talking at 11:30. And I got Jeremy Powell's speech twice here, so it's probably giving the same speech today at 10 and then at 12. Okay, that should be interesting. That's nice of him. All right, so the big kahuna is going to be talking at 10 and then at 12. Hopefully we're done by then. because I don't like. We have a number coming out here at the top of the hour, so we'll see what the leading indicators is going to do to us or not. All right, well, there we have the market quickly rotating down. Again, we had a little support level there, 94, 95. Got down to 95 and change there and popping back up here. If you did manage to somehow stay short there with that 04, then you did okay. Again, everybody trades different. We like to stay to 2 or 3 point stop, but not everybody here obviously trades the same, and multiple contracts also you could scale out. Maybe you got out of some and kept some for this rotation down here. Different ways of trading. There's not one set way. You have to find the right combination of risk to be able to maximize your risk tolerance. All right, coming right back to the support area there. That's our blue band as well. Hopefully some of you maybe jumped in there around that area. Got a little, got long there. Again, we're looking for levels in addition to price action opportunities. Some of those price action opportunities are occurring as we speak. I don't tell everybody what those levels are, but they're there, and I know some of our traders are trading them. All right, so we're gonna see. Otherwise, there's no. See what this number comes out here at 9, and then we have to be a little bit mindful of the fact that Powell's going to be talking. 10 and 11. I had 10 at 10 and 1. Sorry, 10 and 12. I'll get it straight. So who knows what he's going to be saying and how it's going to be interpreted. So be careful there. All right, market has kind of just found this little area here that it's going to be bouncing around in. If anybody has any questions, again, feel free to ask in the chat. Market, again, these rally markets are very, very slow. They seem to just they take a lot of the volatility out of the markets. They don't They don't bounce around that much. They just kind of slowly uptick. Of course, we did have a little break here, but came right back down to that support level that we talked about, and then popped right back up. But then, if you're going to trade this afternoon and we get these slow rallies, be a little bit careful, especially in the afternoon. That doesn't seem to get too much pullback if we continue to rally. Downside of volatility is always better for traders, for trading. I don't know if it's better for traders, but it's definitely better for trading as far as looking for opportunities to scalp. But rally markets with the VIX are now down at a 19 handle. Gets a little bit more subdued. The trade gets more subdued. The volatility is sucked out of the market, and you have to be a lot more patient. So as long as we know that, we have to trade accordingly. And again, if you're going to buy support levels and want to make sure you keep your stops in place, because as you can see, they can always break out one way or the other, especially out of these ranges if they get into a range. Yesterday, they got into a very wider range, but still range, and just stayed in that range, even though it was moving around in that range back and forth. It's very hard to catch one of those moves, because once it gets through that top end of the range or bottom end of the range, you think the world's coming to an end, and then all of a sudden it goes right back to the middle of that range it's been at all day. So very tough trade in the afternoon yesterday if you were watching it. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. We are they just seem to suck a lot of volatility out of the market right now as we are going back up. Again, I always I'm surprised these days that they were moving one way or the other, and especially to the upside with all the pressure on the market. In regards to interest rates, and the market is back here at a 45 handle. Pretty impressive. Let's hope this number coming out here in at the top of the hour gives us a little volatility. All right, we just seem to have flattened out here a little, but this is what trading is all about. Again, we like to average 4 or 5 trades a day, and like I said, average is a good description of what we're trying to do here, because sometimes we're just not gonna market's just not going to give us that many opportunities, and then they just pull the plug and get very slow, and you have to just be patient and wait. I know I sound like a broken record sometimes, but it is what it is. you can see over the last few hours and the trade there, once we got up to close to this 45 handle, they just don't move. I mean, we're just, market's like trying to find another reason to make the next move, right? That's what it's waiting for. All right, market again bounced off of that support level we had around the we said 95 area, and they did get down to 95 and change, and then just coming back in here and just kind of staying within that range. You can actually kind of see that last. You can see staying within that. There's a dominating bar there. You got 2.5 bars here, like within that dominating bar. So I guess we have to bust up above 9 or get below, I don't know, 95 or 96 for us to go down. 94, which is our pivot. So it's kind of on the downside. It's very hard. But anyway, see what it wants to do. Get above 9. We might try to run up to the 15 area. All right, trying pushing up here to the upper end of this range that it's created. All right, well, we got up to 9 and then came off, so did not get above the 9 area there. If you're playing that range game, you're staying in it. And quickly coming back down here. So still kind of staying within that range. Again, we never got above the 9, just kind of got up in the trade. It got a 9 printout and then came off. So if you were playing the range game there, you have a little stop above the 9. You did are staying with that trade. Nice little rotation here. All right, coming just back into the middle of this range, kind of waiting for this. I guess maybe I'll wait for this 9 o'clock number here. See if that's going to affect us or give us a little opportunity. If you're playing the range game, you're doing okay. So we do have leading indicators coming out at the top of the hour here in about 4 minutes. Again, patience is important here in our situation when the market gets like this. Even though it is trading, it's very hard to catch one of these moves when it's not going anywhere fast. It's just trading in this range. The only thing you can do is if you're trading is trade the range game, but make sure you have your exit strategy in place. All right, we are definitely back into this middle of this range. Somebody put in a 500 lot there at 05. Just kind of spooking the market a little. I don't know. Let's see if he keeps it there when it comes back up. Could be like messing with us. Just kind of trying to keep the market down. So he throws a 500 lot in there. He was supposed to speak at 8:45. I guess he didn't speak yet. President is going to be talking about Ukraine. It could affect the market, but I don't know. I don't think. It could affect the market what he's going to say about Ukraine, but I don't know. But you never know. You're right. We do have for sure a number coming out here in about a minute or so. So we'll see what that effect has on the market. $500 still kind of hanging in there. Let's see if he wants it or not. Mark, maybe you're eyeing it. Maybe you just want to go take him out. Don's putting it in, and you're like, all right, Don, I'm coming after you. No, just when it gets up there, just put a 1,000 lot order in there, and it'll sweep it all up. That and some. All right, this number is coming out right now. Hey, the order's still in there. Pretty amazing. You're keeping that number, that order in there with the number. He's not scared, whoever that person is. But then again, if you're going to trade 500 lots, you're not going to be scared too often. All right, numbers out here. You can see didn't really change too much of anything. Well, we are coming back down here to the lows a little bit. All right, we are unfortunately still mired in that range that was created. And within that dominating bar, kind of. Maybe a little bit bearish on that number. The indicators couldn't have been too good, right? Biden speaking now. Thanks for letting me know. Again, Biden talking, again, could always be a market mover, but I would worry about Powell's situation more if he starts talking, which he will. And the number came in as expected. Thanks for letting us know. All right, well, the market's still kind of range bound here. Okay. Again, this is what happens when the markets kind of start rallying. The VIX is down to a 19 handle, so it gets just they just suck out some of the volatility. That's all there is to it. Not much we can do about it. We can't create volatility. We just trade it. That 500 lot went bye-bye. It's not there anymore. Well, it did its job, right? If the 500 lot was there to scare the market or keep it lower, it did it. And he probably, if he was looking to buy, sometimes you put an order in there, you put a big order in there, a big sell order in there, and everybody looks at it, they trade down against it, and same time that person who's putting that sell order in there is buying it, because that's the reason he put the sell order in there, is to buy it. A little trick of the trade. But you're gonna have to be able to put in a 500 lot, so they do that sometimes to mess with everybody. And so they probably, if it's not there anymore, but so if you put it in there to try to buy it, well, he done a good job, because it did come off, but then there was a number that helped him. So yeah, we're coming down here to a blue band area. If you're a little aggressive, if you're bored, or if you just want to wait, we'll wait for the downside support is down at 85. But if you did jump in there against our blue band, you're getting a little bit of a nice rotation here. And if you saw, you have a 300 lot there at 7.25. It kind of helped you. If you did it the first time, I should say. You too. All right, now we continue to downtick here, kind of breaking through that dominating bar the market had earlier. See where it wants to go. Support down at 85, coming down here to our pivot at 894. All right, pivot players are doing okay here. Nice rotation there against our pivot. Again, you gotta just be a little patient and wait for opportunities. They will occur. It's just a matter of when and how patient you want to be. Just hanging around our pivot here. Next support level on the downside we have is down at the 85 area. All right, nice pop back up here against our pivot if you did buy him down there.
Hey, I just want to pop in here with a couple programming notes. I'm going to post the opportunity to sign up for the service. Got a nice discount running now. Usually it's $3.99 a month. Right now we have it on for $150 a month. If you do 3 months, it's the cost of 1 month. So it's only $400 for 3 months, which is a great deal. So AB, check it out. Baya, Bill T, Denny. Denny, I think you're due, right? Fanla, Jake. Let me know how we're making out, Jake. Jimmy, Matt. Hey, Rod, how are you? Chris, I just sent it. It's in the chat area. It went out to everybody, so make sure you review it. Pick yours. And I'll be in the background if you need me. Thank you.
All right, we can see we're kind of downtick and it'll trying to downtick, but next support level we have is down at the 85 area. All right, well, we just are going to just kind of find a new little range that it wants to stay in. Again, it's just not going anywhere fast. We do have um, Powell going to be talking at the top of the hour here. So definitely not too exciting there. Have to just be patient here. We did have a couple of price action opportunities that occurred that we were talking about when the market was trading. When the market was trading, we did have some opportunities there. We talked about buying our pivot area a couple times and our blue band earlier, the 95, 96 area. So there were a couple of price action opportunities that did occur. We could have traded the top of the range with a stop around above the 9, never got above the 9. So it's kind of this little opportunities that occurred in a tight low range, but you have to be very patient and you have to be aggressive. It doesn't mean that everybody has to take those trades. That's definitely not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have to find the trades that you can recognize and then visualize and then know how to execute. So there's two parts to trading: is the recognition of a trade, and then the second part is the execution part. So that's what we try to work with everybody here. And if you take our education course, which again is a little different than this trading room. All right, market continues to downtick here. We're looking at the 85 areas, our next support area. All right, the market did trade there below our blue band and then didn't close below our blue band. So it could have been a reason if you wanted to get short there for a little bit. Could have been an opportunity there for you. Can we repeat the levels in the chat, please? Thank you. Bond market here continues to downtick, almost down to 39 handle now, so not looking too good there. But again, hasn't really stopped this market much. All right, market a little bit of pressure here. As long as we stay below the even area, it doesn't lose its pressure to the downside, at least for the time being. The supported level here is down at 85. Again, we're a little bit bearish on the market. We said anything above even, and that's your definite exit strategy for any shorts that you have. 45 even, 4,500 even. All right, market here very, very choppy. We got down to 88 and change up there and then come running back up here. All right, we're coming up here to our blue band again. If you're a little aggressive there, and we have your exit strategy there above even. Again, we had a little trade there. Gave you our exit strategy, gave you a couple of points there, came right up to our blue band there and rotated off. So if you were looking for a little bit of an opportunity, and there was a little trade again. We'd had to be a little bit patient and wait for the trade to develop. But again, it's just a matter of being patient and waiting, and a nice trade came out of it. Right, bonds there pushing to the downside really quickly. Could be numerous reasons why that could be happening. It could be they know what Powell's going to be talking about. They have a speech already or his points, because all of a sudden bonds here popping back up. I mean, equities popping back up. Seems like some little news is out. You can always kind of look at the bond market and see if there's something going on there. Now we're all of a sudden we're kind of getting our foot here and rotating back up a little bit quicklier than we were trading a little while ago, but we still got to get above even. If you're trading the blue band, anything above even gets you out of any shorts. All right, nice rotation there. Got right up to 98, 99 area, came back down again. You are you had your exit strategy there above even. So maybe you were able to get in, use it a little tight range, a tight stop, I should say, and get a nice rotation here off of it. No, bonds here continue to downtick. Whatever is happening, is being said, is creating a little volatility there in the bond market. Continues to push lower, which means higher rates. Remember that Powell is going to be talking here at the top of the hour. All right. Well, we thought we were going to uptick here. Have a good day there, Mark. The blue band was very helpful for you. All right. Now we're coming back down here. That would be right. And if it matches up with a level, that would be even better there, Rose. All right, we came back down here. We got 85 as support, ticked down a little bit. Coming back up. All right, seems like there's a little bit of pressure here on the market. Bonds trying to calm down a little. I'm being using that as backup. Okay, well, we're it's all in the same area there, and we got the green band coming in there at 82 on the 5. So, hello there, Terrence. We are welcome. We're trading mini S&Ps here. We're looking for opportunities to scalp the market and the equity futures, mini S&Ps. We gave out levels that we gave out this morning, and we use those as a guide to the day. And there they are. As a matter of fact, those are the levels that we use as a guide to the day, using the pivot and then high resistance areas above and support areas below. And we kind of look for opportunities to scalp the market. We use those in addition to price action opportunities that occur once the market paints some bars. Coming back down here to the 85 area. No, we've been around a while. I think we keep down ticking here a little bit. Again, bond market is definitely adding to the fluctuation here, and we're getting a little bit of action here. And remember that Powell is going to be talking at the top of the hour, and that could be definitely a reason why there's some volatility here. We do recommend not trading when Powell or any Fed announcements are out. And that could be a little bit of a reason why is the market is kind of, remember, he's going to be speaking at in about 10 minutes, but they probably have his notes or whatever he's going to be speaking about already printed out. So definitely is affecting the market here a little bit. All right, market here continues to stay a little bit weak. Did you miss much? Well, I mean, we did start here when the market opened up here at 8:30, so it was a little quiet early this morning. We had to be patient and wait for opportunities. And now market seems to have opened up some volatility, has come back into the market again, not surprisingly, probably due to the fact that Powell there is going to be talking, and market doesn't like that. And the bond market also has kind of led the way here to the downside. So, well, again, we also like to focus on the morning hours in addition to just what goes on here. We don't like to trade in the afternoon. The afternoon trades is a little bit quiet, not much movement, very, very slow. The dynamics in the morning suit our methodology much better than they do in the afternoon. So that's where we're at. Again, like I said, we focus more on the morning hours, and the morning session here is going to come to a close pretty soon, only because of the fact that Powell's going to be talking in a little bit. And like I said earlier, we don't like trading any of that stuff when that stuff is going to be released. Depending on volatility, everybody's different, as you can imagine. Nobody here trades the same way, but that all depends on your risk tolerance. But for this type of trade right now, we're looking for about 3 or 4 points. Now, that could increase or decrease depending on if there's political situations, or last month where everything was going crazy with the war. Things have calmed down quite a bit here. So we were at 7-8 stops at that time, and we were getting both private targets, but the market was very fluid. But things have calmed down quite a bit, so we're looking maybe 3 or 4 points, somewhere in that range. Correct. Minimally. I mean, depending on your entry point, depending on how many contracts you trade, you could definitely squeeze some for more. And when the trade goes our way, you can definitely get a lot more than 3 or 4 points on a trade, depending on how you manage it. And again, everybody has different risk tolerances, so everybody does it just a little bit differently. Uh, 8:30 Central, so 9:30. It's when the market opens up, stock market. So 9:30 Eastern. We got down to the 78 area here. We're looking at 76. Would be a little bit careful there if you're going to trade the 76 here because of the way the market kind of stopped there at 78. There's going to be Powell's going to be talking now, so we definitely don't like when that stuff starts happening with the Fed. All right, especially since we're upticking here a little bit, be a little bit careful, especially now Powell's going to be talking. So we suggest not trading so much right now, only because we don't like when Fed stuff is out. So be mindful of that. If you're going to trade, be careful here. We definitely, 76, definitely not as strong as it was if it got down to it just a little bit ago, but we only got down to 78 change. So have to make an adjustment there. We have 68 as our next support level on the downside, and then 59. I guess I could give you a couple more here if we decide to go lower, 48 and then 38 if the market starts down ticking because they don't like what Powell says. But I don't know. We don't know which way the market's going. We don't like to, we're not trying to predict which way the market's going. We just like to find our areas that we feel the market will give us an opportunity to scalp. And then if you're trading multiple contracts, like I said, you can definitely take more than the 4 or 5 opportunities that occur or that are out there. So you never know. You never know what the trade is going to bring or how we're going to trade it. All we can do is manage the trade once we get in it. All right, Terrence, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Hey, a couple quick programming notes. We had a few people sign up. Appreciate it. If you're looking to sign up and get the discount, check your chat and make sure you use those links. Those are the only links that work for the discount. If you want to join us on a daily basis in this trade along with Saul, you want to receive his proprietary scalping levels, you want to work the morning session with Saul, make sure you sign up and sign up at the links that I sent. If you don't have the links, let me know and I'll send it out to you again. Hey, TJ, how are you doing? Rod, Jimmy R, Jake. Jake, let me know what, if you're signed up. I think you are. I was just looking in the background. So let me know if you're signed up for the service. If not, I got to exit you. That's for Jake. Fanel, how are you? Denny, Chris S, welcome aboard. Carlos, how are you? Bill T, Baya, let me know if you're signed up. If I don't hear from people, I just have to exit you. Don't want to exit you. I want you to stay. But we can't have bots in here or people that don't have heartbeats. So let's make sure everybody's accounted for. Yeah, use the chat feature to respond. Or just sign up using the link and just let me know. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Carlos, no problem. The focus here is the morning session. Right now, it's a little after 11 a.m. on Thursday, April 21st. We start here a little after 9 a.m. We work the morning session. Saul gives out his levels, his key proprietary scalping levels right around the cash open. Cash open for us is 9:30 Eastern time. Right now, it's 11:08 a.m. Eastern time. Saul is a veteran of the trading pits in Chicago. He's been trading for 25 years or so. He is actively scalping the market intra-morning, and he has this service as a trade along. Hey, Jake, are you a subscriber? Just let me know that because that's the confusion. I think you are, but I'm not sure if you converted yet into a subscriber. So you're a subscriber, then you're good. Appreciate it. So I'll send it out
Rather than waiting to speak to
via the chat.
just call back for our automated system to do your balances.
Let me know if you get this. I've been sending this out. It goes to your chat. Let me know if you got that. Hey, Jake, no problem. I appreciate it. Carlos, there you go.
800-950-5114.
Baya, let me know. B-A-I. Bill, let me know. Hey, Carlos. Chris S. Denny. Denny, I know you've been coming in for a few days. Appreciate it. I think this is your conversion day to a subscriber. Let me know. Fanla, how are you? Jimmy R. Rod M. So this is a trade log session. It's a great session. It's actually oversubscribed, and we appreciate you being here. Saul has a couple opportunities. One is to be part of this trade along and be a subscriber. The other one is to be here and be part of Saul's trading education. First order of business is to get you signed up for the nominal fee. Come in and out, receive Saul's levels, trade along with him. Everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing to be taken as direct trading or investment advice. If you need trading software, if you're new to trading, you want to just chat about it, there's a lot that you can learn here to get you ahead of the pack. And just make sure you're signed up and being part of Saul's friends and family. I mentioned that the fee is so nominal, we expect 100% participation, and that is true. So we're here to help you. Just let us know how we can help you and make sure you sign up. Thank you. Hey, Carlos. So we had a question about explaining what the screen looks like or what's on the screen. So our focus here is on trading the S&P 500 E-mini. 2, 3, 4, 5 trades during the morning session. Good trades based on Sol's proprietary scalping levels. In other words, Sol sets the table for his trading by setting key areas he looks to count on, calls them levels and zones. He lays them out, he loads them into his software. For Sol, that's a trading advantage to him. And those individuals that come in here on a daily basis find that it's a trading advantage to you to have a pivot laid out and other levels on top and bottom of that pivot laid out for the morning session. And then the concept of trading along with Sol as he adapts to the current market condition, and you have the ability to adapt to the current market condition and thereby put on better trades. The concept of better trades equal better levels. That's what we do here every day. So the first two charts that you see, and you can see them, right? It says ES 5 minute. That's the S&P 500 E-mini 5 minute. ES 1 hour. That's the ES 1 hour chart. And then he has the 30-year bond, which is the ZB, and he's a 5 minute chart. Now, Sol's charts, Sol has learned how to get around standardized software for his own benefit. So when he goes to his screens right around the cash open, which is right now it's 11:14 a.m. The cash open was at 9:30 Eastern time. So tucked up pretty close to 9:30, maybe 9:28. It depends on what's happening in the morning session. Sol will derive for his own trading key levels and zones for the morning's trade. So the simplest explanation here is that this is very simple. It's simple and hard to make money, right? But the concept here is that if you have a good roadmap right around the cash open for the next 2 hours, then you're way ahead of the game from a consistent profitability point of view. In other words, pushing yourself away after an hour and a half, 2 hours, having banked your money for the day in an orderly and professional fashion. So that's what this trade along is all about, is individuals come in here, they have a trading technique, or they're looking for one, and we can help you find one. Sol takes individuals under his wing and teaches them on a personal level his trading technique and then what to do with his levels. It's a price action trading technique, and it's centered around the entries, exits, and stops based on a particular morning's trade. What's really great about the trade along is that individuals that have a trading talent are now receiving key levels and Sol's commentary in and around those levels for the morning session, which is if you think, some people can't figure it out, which is fine. They just disappear and go away. Other people excel based on this opportunity and really like the discipline and Sol's support as a trade along partner during the morning session. And we have a great number of people in here, and we appreciate you. Sol also has individuals that he's teaching in his private class. Now, you could be any one of those people if you so choose, but it all starts with signing up for what we call Sol's friends and family at the levels that I just posted in there in the chat area. We do get individuals that come in and don't want to pay anything, and we just kick them out and they go on and they do something else. We ask you to self-police and make sure that you are signed up. The reason we're having this conversation now is it's at the end of the morning session. Sol's traders are done, banked their money for the day. Sol is done having banked his money for the day. Every day is different. Every day is unique. Some days Sol does no trades, depending on market action and price action. Some days he does quite a few trades. I think he was talking about 7 trades today. On a good trading day. Doesn't have to be today, but he was just talking on a good trading day. And the idea here is that you're getting a honest approach based on price action and your opportunity to join Sol based on that endeavor. Trading's not for everybody. It's tough. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes time and effort on Sol's part. So that's just the way it is. So if you want to, let us know and we can help you. If you don't want to, that's okay. This is a unique opportunity, to be able to do this. So let me know if anybody else needs any help. I'll look for you in the background based on signups. Yeah, I mean, come in tomorrow, come in next week, kick the tires, ask questions. That's what it's all about. Hey, Guy, how are you? Welcome aboard. Neil, how are you today? Welcome aboard. This is a opportunity to really focus on trading. The focus here is the S&P 500 E-mini. We're here every morning slugging it out. This is a trade along opportunity to trade along with a 25-year veteran trader of the trading pits. There is a trading technique here if you'd like to learn it. We have individuals that come in that are looking to focus and really focus on the art of trading for themselves, and we can help you with that. We look to do 2, 3, 4 trades, maybe 5. Looking for a minimum trading profit on each trade of 2 points plus. That's a minimum trading profit of 2 points plus. Generally, out of the gate, Sol has a 2-point stop, but will adjust based on the action of price during this particular session, or this past morning session. Sol lays out a roadmap for his own trading. It gives it out to everybody. It's a set of levels and zones that are very well received by individual traders out there. It's a pivot and other levels on top and bottom of that pivot. If I scroll back, I'll give you what they were. 44.94 was the pivot. Resistance at 45.04, 15, 26, and 37. Support he had 85, 76, 68, and 59. I mean, I'll just tell you that traders that know what they're doing and have their own trading technique love Sol's levels and zones. They believe it gives them a trading advantage over other traders by having Sol's proprietary levels and zones. Now contrast that against what, right? Contrast that against standardized software, crosses, time frames, all sorts of levels that are spoon-fed or calculated. Now think about it. If the masses have all this stuff, and the masses are generally always wrong, I think it's in the high 90 percentile, maybe 95, 96, 97, 98, 99% failure rate in trading. And a lot of it lands at the feet, in my humble opinion, to standardized trading platforms and software. Because everybody is banging in and around. Even if you have the right idea, you get shaken out of the trade because every other person out there is banging in and out of those areas and getting all twisted up and caught up and spit out, and they wonder what happened to themselves. Because everybody's pretty smart, and they end up getting chewed up and spit out. What's different here is that Sol sets his own levels based on his 25 years experience trading on the floor. He sets his own pivot. He sets his levels on top and bottom of that pivot. And then he adjusts based on the action of price and the reality of the trade that's going on in and around his levels. And then he has his entries, exits, and stops, which is a price action trading technique. Now he can teach you it, support you, work you with it, work with you on it, critique you, adjust you, if you so choose, based on hiring him to teach you how to trade. You could have a trading technique and you're just looking for better levels equal better trades and a trade along partner. And that's part one of the service that's offered here. This trade along live session is a subscription session where you pay and Sol provides the service. It's very straightforward. What I'll do is I'll send it out to everybody again so you have it. That's the sign up links at the special discount. They're exploding links. They're here today. They could be gone tomorrow, so take advantage. It's nominal. It's so nominal that the information I just gave you, believe it or not, is critical, I think, to your success. And that could be a freebie or it could be something that you paid for. But anyway, so that's what we do here every day. That's your opportunity. If you want to talk privately and personally about where you are in your trading, where you'd like to be, join the friends and family at the offer here, and then we can set up a private time to talk and help you figure out the best way you can succeed based on your trading, based on that consultation. And we'd be happy to do it for you. All right, I'll be in the background if you need me. I just wanted to make sure everybody's okay. TradeAlongLive.com. TradeAlongLive.com is the link to come into this live action Trade Along Live scenario. And if you like what we're doing here, tell your friends. Pop in, say hello, join us, subscribe, and let's get on with it. Thank you.